Welcome back to Houston Life. Whether you're hosting a small get-together or a huge family reunion, any holiday gathering needs some delicious appetizers to serve your guests.
And here with some of her favorite stress-free recipes to save you time in the kitchen is cookbook author and food blogger Leigh Ann Chatagnier. It's so great to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me. I love coming here at Christmas time.
Okay, we do too. And you always, and I will tell you, I've made several of your recipes.
I love that.
For Thanksgiving and Christmas. And your recipes are very easy that even the novice cooks can do it.
Yes, I promise. All of my recipes are easy. That's part of the appeal here. Okay, so we're going to start out with these Louisiana meat pies. Perfect after your weekend, Derek.
Perfect.
We're going to start off with some ground beef and pork. And once we do that, we're going to add in the Holy Trinity, which is bell pepper, onion, and celery right into the bowl there. And then we're going to add in some butter, because you have to have a little bit of butter. We're going to get this going. And we're going to season with some, this is the Tony Chachere's More Spice Creole seasoning. It's a little bit spicier, and I like that. You can also use like a regular spice version if you aren't as much into the heat.
Okay.
But I like the heat. So we're going to get this going, and then what's going to happen here is you're going to cook this down for a couple of minutes and make a beef slurry, which is just beef stock and flour. Shake it up in a mason jar. We're going to pour this in. This is going to thicken this before we stuff it into our pie dough. And what that's gonna do is just create this really delicious, savory filling. And you want this to cool completely after it kind of thickens up here. You know, 3 to 4 minutes here, we wanna cook it. And then you're gonna turn off the heat, let it kind of cool down, which is what we have here.
The magic of TV.
Yes, and so you're basically making a empanada shape with a pie dough, and I'm using store-bought pie dough here, so I'm making this easy for you. And all you have to do is stuff about a tablespoon of the meat mixture into the middle. We don't want to overstuff here because it'll, you know, come out the sides.
You want to be able to crimp the edges.
Yes, correct. So you just put that, fold it over.
Okay.
And then we're just going to take a fork, and you're just going to crimp it, and that's going to seal that pie dough down.
What did you use to just cut the, make sure the pie dough was nice and circular?
A cereal bowl.
Okay, so you just cut around it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Or you can actually even just turn the cereal bowl back and forth.
And it'll cut
do
for
it.
you.
Yes, really, really easy. And then you just want to poke a hole in it just to let that steam escape as it cooks. And that pie dough will be extra flaky and delicious. And then we're going to just brush it with a little egg wash there. And then we sprinkle a little Cajun seasoning on top just to make them extra beautiful.
All right.
And I like to serve it with a white gravy. I'm making this really easy for you too, because Tony Chachere's also has this gravy mix that is ready in 2 minutes. I kid you not, and tastes homemade. I like to add a little fresh sage to it, gives it that homemade flavor, and a little extra Cajun seasoning for spice. That'll thicken in 2 minutes, turn off the heat, serve it alongside, and it's done.
Oh my
and these can be made in advance also, and you can pop them into the oven like right before you're ready to serve.
That finished product is pro level too.
For sure.
That
And
looks
anybody
great,
can do it.
Okay, moving on to this beautiful spread. And this is, I'm not sure if our viewers can see this. This is sort of like a pesto cheese cranberry.
Yes, goat cheese and cream cheese gets creamed together, which we can go ahead and mix that if you want to.
Mix this in just in the bowl?
Room temperature cream cheese and goat cheese, and you can just mix it with a spoon. It gets together really easily. And then once you kind of get that mixed and combined, it's really simple. You're going to put it in a shallow dish of some sort. You can also, like, this would be really fun if you had, you could make a wreath out of it or something like that for, for a Christmas party. I think that's the one I made for you before. Maybe so. Maybe you did make it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And then I like to make my own homemade pesto, which we have in here just fresh basil, pine nuts, garlic, lemon, salt and pepper, and olive oil. And we just pulse it until it's a nice, smooth consistency.
And with the food processor, this literally takes seconds.
Seconds. And, you know, if you want to, you can actually buy store-bought pesto. It's just not going to be as vibrant of a green. And for the holidays, I just love that, like, super fresh, vibrant pesto color. So you just kind of spread that on top of the goat cheese.
It smells so
and
fresh,
the cream
too.
cheese.
Fresh
and this would be something you could do the cheeses in advance and then just do the pesto right before you're ready to serve. Sprinkle with some dried cranberries, some pomegranates, and a little bit of pine nuts, and your appetizer's done in a couple minutes.
So festive
so
and fun.
fragrant.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
All right.
All right.
Okay, Leigh Ann, moving on to this cocktail.
Okay. So this is a good spin on a classic gin and tonic. This is a pomegranate rosemary gin and tonic. So easy to make. We're going to take some rosemary, just kind of break it with your hands, and we're going to use the back of a wooden spoon and just kind of muddle it in that cocktail shaker. Just to release some of those oils. We're going to combine some gin, which is in the white container there.
Oh, it smells so good.
Okay, gin. That looks like a couple ounces there.
Yep, and some pomegranate juice.
Okay.
And then a couple ice cubes, and then we're going to give it a good shake, chill it down. And then we're going to put a few ice cubes into our glass there.
Okay.
And I like these big square
They're so
cubes
pretty.
for this cocktail, or you can crushed ice would be really pretty also. And then just pour it right over.
Look at that. And these are really
color.
festive cups you chose with a little gold rim there.
Fun for the holidays. And then from there, you just top it off with a good quality tonic water. This really makes a big difference in your drink. And then you can kind of give it a swirl with your rosemary garnish. Just gently swirl, and then put a few fresh pomegranates right on there, and your cocktail's done.
Ready to
Look
go.
at that. Leigh Ann,
So
this is
easy.
so
So
festive
pretty.
and beautiful.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. I know what I'm making for the spread this year.
Good,
So
yes.
good.
Just right. Cheers to you.
Good.
It is
Cheers
great to
to you
see you. What a
guys.
beautiful cookbook. By the way, to
Thank
connect
you.
with Leigh Ann or to see the complete recipes she featured today, you can visit our website, HoustonLife.tv. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Merry Christmas to y'all.
Merry Christmas.
So nice to see you. All
Love
right,
being
when
here.
we come back,